Jericho is a part of the West Bank, Palestine.
Makita na ito pre. Ay, borderline na. Ay, borderline. Kini West Bank na ni. That is already Israel. Israel ay border. Dari banda mananingkan Palestinian territory sa Jericho. Maninggi lumpag ni sa mga Israelita.
We are in
Jericho game.
these. I don't know if they are from Jericho or not, but I know that leaving Jericho is yes, it's always filled with cars because there's lots of the city of Jericho in Hebrew it's Yericho, because remember there is no J in Hebrew. Remember what I said the other first day? So it's Yericho, and Yericho means moon. In Arabic it's Ariha, and it means fragrant. And you're gonna ask me, well, why does it mean fragrant? Because this is an oasis. Look, we're in the desert and you can see lots of trees here. Take a look to your right hand side. It's because there's water in abundance here. And there's a story regarding the water, and it dates back to the 8th century BC, and it's related with Elisha, the follower of Elijah. You know, in the Old Testament, my favorite prophet or person was Elisha. You know why? Because he was bald. That's the only reason why. And you know the story about Elisha? They made fun of Elisha because he was bald. Young children made fun of him, and they said, baldy, 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 baldy. And you know what happened? He cursed the boys, and bears came out of the forest and killed the young boys. Let it be a lesson to all those who want to speak against the bold people. Bold is beautiful. Correct?
Yes.
You don't want to see or be to feel my wrath later.
Dito na bungkag ang Jericho, no? Dito.
Wow. And this is here is another testimony and another evidence that there were bears here in the Holy Land. Now, with that said, in Arabic and Hebrew, it means moon. The Bible says that before Israel had succeeded in entering the Promised Land, the city of Jericho was inhabited by Canaanites, right? And though Canaanites which lived in the Jordan Valley, because we are in the Jordan Valley right now, even though, yes, this is the Judean desert, but geographically we're in the Jordan Valley. Because to the right-hand side, there's the Jordan River flows over there. Wherever the Jordan River flows, know this, if you're beside it, that's the Jordan Valley. The Jordan Valley begins north of the Sea of Galilee, north of the Dead Sea, and it ends south of the Sea of Galilee. You have your maps, of course, you can take them out and you can take a look. And the Bible says that Jericho was inhabited by Canaanites. Now the Canaanites that lived here thousands of years ago, not today, thousands of years ago, was inhabited by Canaanites that worshipped the god moon, the moon of God. And they had a temple in the central part of Jericho that was uncovered by Kathleen Canyon in the 1950s, all indicating that it is true that these were Canaanites and they worshipped the god moon. And in the Middle East back then, it was something not abnormal, nor was it strange to worship the god moon, because you had lots of nations which worshipped the god moon throughout the Middle East, from Canaan all the way to Mesopotamia and Egypt. Now, take a look to your right hand side. Can you see those mountains? That's Jordan right over there, to the right hand side, not left, right. Okay, that's Jordan, and that's Mount Nebo. At Mount Nebo, Moses was given or granted permission to observe the Holy Land from far, far away, or observe the Promised Land. And after that, he died. But, ladies and gentlemen, before or after he died, God granted permission. This is very important. God only granted permission to the successor of Moses to lead the 12 tribes of Israel into the promised land. And who was the person that was raised up to be the successor? Joshua ben Nun. Joshua ben Nun. And of course, Joshua, he crossed over into the promised land by crossing the Jordan River, because that was the natural border. And until present day today, the natural border which separates Jordan from Israel is the Jordan River. After that, Joshua led the 12 tribes of Israel to a village located 12 kilometers north of Jericho. North is that direction, okay? And there, all of the Israelites, they renewed their covenant with God by circumcision. Those who were not circumcised became circumcised at Gilgal. Later, God spoke to Joshua ben Nun, and he said to him, Joshua, now thy shall take forth or take over the city of Jericho.